tagged in this thing on Facebook to where you are supposed to, it's called an accent tag, and what it is that you have to read off this list of words and then answer a bunch of questions, and that way people will be able to tell what kind of accent and dialects you have, and I don't know, it's supposed to be really fun. But anyways, I'm an American, and I live in southeast Missouri. I'm kind of like 40 or 50 miles north of the Arkansas state border with Missouri, so kind of pinpoint where I am. But, okay, let's go ahead and get started. Okay. Ant, route, wash, oil, theater, iron, salmon, camel, fire, water, shore, data, ruin, crayon, toilet, New Orleans, pecan, both, again, probably, spitting image, Alabama, lawyer, coupon, mayonnaise, syrup, pajamas, and caught. Okay, so that was the list of words that I had to read. And now I have to answer some questions. Okay, question number 1. What is it called when you throw toilet paper on a house? Okay, well, like I said, I'm from southern Missouri, so I can't even talk. What we call it from where I'm from is TPing. So I don't know if that's what everybody around the world calls it, but that's what we call it where I'm from. Okay, question number 2. What is the bug that when you touch it curls up into a ball? A roly-poly. Okay, question number 3. What is the bubbly carbonated drink called? Okay, well, I call it soda. Personally, I call it soda, but a couple of my friends don't call it soda. I've got friends that call it pop. I've got friends that call it fizz. I've got friends that call it Coke. Even if they're not talking about actual Coca-Cola, they still call it Coke. Okay. Number 4. What do you call gym shoes? I call them tennis shoes, and I know, like, around the world, especially, like, in England and Europe and all that over there, they call them, like, sneakers and trainers and joggers, but I call them tennis shoes. Okay. What do you say, number 5, what do you say to address a group of people? Hey y'all, because I'm from the South and I say y'all. Sometimes I just say hey, or what's up. Like, I don't have a specific thing I say to address a group of people. Okay, number 6, what do you call the kind of spider with an oval-shaped body and extremely long legs? A daddy long leg? I guess, that's what I would call it. Okay, number 7, what do you call your grandparents? I don't have any, like, little cute nicknames for my grandparents like some people do. I just call them Grandma and Grandpa. I know, I'm boring. Number 8, what do you call the wheeled contraption in which you carry groceries at the supermarket? I call it a shopping cart or just a cart, but I've also heard that people, like, in the deep south, like in Arkansas and Alabama and further south than I am, they call it a buggy, and like in Europe it's called a trolley. So, like, I don't get it. It's a shopping cart, that's what it is. Like, when people say buggy, it makes me think of, like, a baby buggy, like a stroller. And when people say trolley, I think of, like, the kind of, like, transportation trolley, like the big kind, like public transportation trolley. But I don't know. I call it a shopping cart. Okay, number 9. What do you call it when rain falls while the sun is shining? I actually looked at the questions before I made this video and I researched it, and it's called a sun shower is what it's really called, but if I had done this tag before I had researched that, I wouldn't have had a word for it because I didn't know that. But I have heard through superstition that if it rains one day while the sun is shining, it's going to rain the same time the next day. So I don't know if that's relevant, but I've also heard that. And finally, number 10, what is the thing you change the TV channel with called? I call it a remote, but I've also heard some people call it a changer, which is kind of silly, and some people call it a clicker. But, alright guys, that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'm going to tag a whole bunch of people, and anybody who sees this video, feel free to look at the questions below and answer it and repost a video, because it's really fun, and I know a lot of people are going to pronounce some of these words differently and some of these phrases differently. But alright, thanks for watching. Bye.